I think we'd all agree the philanthropy of the last 5 years is not the philanthropy of the next 10. And so our North Stars have to evolve and change and have to be of our communities, I believe, versus to our communities. But it's very important to have them. I said earlier, we believe in open philanthropy, meaning donors can give to the causes to which they choose to give, because that inspires more philanthropy. We believe in remarkable impact, and we also believe that the best results are those achieved through partnership. The partnership and relentless efforts to build partnership always create a better result. And those, if you were asking me to declare a simple North Star, that's the direction in which we're headed. Then from there, of course, it's really important to be careful that not everything can fall under a broad-based North Star, but North Stars are important, and man, are they changing.
Yeah. Tonya, what is that moral compass for you internally?
So it's interesting, you know, as you're talking also around sort of open philanthropy, it also reminds me, we talk a lot about access and exposure for those we serve. We don't talk about it as much for those who also give, right? So when we talk about why and when communities need to intersect, our donors also lack exposure. I've got wealth, I want to share it, I want to make the world a better place. Many walk in and say, I don't know, how can I help? So there's also a level of education and access. And so when I think about the International African American Museum, one of the things that I'm most proud of is the response of the quote unquote unusual suspects when they walk in the door. And they can find stories that they relate to, things that they think are beautiful, their imagination, their curiosity is sparked. It's a moment of exposure. I may or may not be changing their life, but I am actually adding something to their life experience in that space. And so I think for me, a big part of that North Star is showing that you can immerse yourself in someone else's story and still feel comfortable, still feel welcome, and resist the need to take over while you're in that space. And so I think that's been a big North Star for us.
So Sara, this may not be fair, but I'm going to ask it of you anyway. To follow what Dr. Matthews just said. There is a new administration. There's a Trump administration, version 2.0, and it's been widely touted. But so do nonprofits now? Is there an appetite for nonprofits to become the convener of those things that cannot be agreed upon politically? And I'm talking about community, about kindness, about helping, about funding even the least of these in the community. I mean, is that your role?
Yeah, absolutely it is. And I think that I saw it even before this, just in the last 4 years. I feel like our nonprofit community has been moving in that direction anyway, because there does need to be an entity that can, on equal footing and with equal access and with equal voice, bring the community together to try to solve these problems. Because if we don't do that, the problems are only going to get worse.